everyone, welcome back to Inherited Recipes. I inherited all of these recipes from my grandma and now I'm baking my way through her collection. And today I'm going to show you how to make her caramel corn recipe. This recipe is so easy. This is what you're going to need: some baking soda, light corn syrup, cream of tartar, molasses, butter, brown sugar, and some popped popcorn. So the first thing after you pop your popcorn, you're going to take your brown sugar and your butter and the light Caro syrup and molasses and put it all into a saucepan. In the notes on her recipe card, the molasses is added to make more of a caramel flavor. I liked it a lot. I thought that it really added a lot to the recipe. So here I'm just dumping in the Caro syrup. You're definitely going to want a spatula to get all of it out of the measuring cup. And I added 1 cup of brown sugar, half a stick, so a 1/4 cup of butter, and a 1/4 cup of Caro syrup, and then 1 tablespoon of molasses. I do have this full recipe written out on my blog, so you can read the full recipe at inheritedrecipes.com, and I will be sure to link the full recipe below so you can watch this video, follow along on the recipe, and make your own popcorn.
You remember Rebecca that was at Terry's house with you guys?
Yeah.
She just announced she and her boyfriend are pregnant.
Oh, cool.
And then did you see, I'm sure you did, Megan Candera?
Yes.
Oh my.
I know. That is so exciting.
Yeah.
So once everything is added all together, I'm just going to kind of start stirring it and turn the heat on medium heat and just get stirring it and trying to incorporate it all. It'll take a minute for the butter to melt. You could melt it ahead of time, but I just put it in as is. So, yep, I'm just going to stir it and the butter will melt, and then the sugar will also melt too. And here you can see some time has gone by and it's definitely looking a little bit more liquidy. And this is what it's going to look like after maybe like 5 minutes. And you are going to want to bring the mixture to a boil. So you can see it's kind of sizzling around the edge. But I think I'm going to zoom in a second because you want it to be like a rolling boil. A rolling boil, you'll definitely know what it looks like. So do you see how it's kind of starting to bubble up more in the middle? It's definitely trying to boil right now. It's getting close. And a rolling boil, it keeps boiling like when you stir. So do you see when I stir it, the bubbles keep coming up? The stirring doesn't cause the bubbles to stop. So this is when you would start your timer and stir continuously for 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, remove it from the heat and add the baking soda and the cream of tartar and give it a good stir. Incorporate all that together. And then you're going to take that mixture and pour it over the popcorn. You're going to want to do this carefully. The mixture is still really hot. It is still probably at boiling temperature. And then once you poured it out, you're going to try and stir gently, trying to get as much coated as possible. And some of it is probably going to pool at the bottom. So make sure you dig down to the very bottom and get all of that good caramel. And then after that, you're going to want to take your prepared greased baking sheets. So there are my baking sheets, and then I'm going to dump out the half and half on one side and half on the other. You could pour the popped popcorn on the greased baking sheets beforehand and then dump the caramel on while it's on the baking sheets, but it might be harder to stir if it's not in a bowl, but that's definitely something you could try. Once I get all the popcorn out, I am going to spread out the popcorn just so it's an even layer for when it goes in the oven. And this is going to bake at 200 degrees for an hour, and then halfway through, take the pans out and stir them. And baking is what will give it a really nice crunch and give it like the nice hard caramel shell. So now I'm just popping them in the oven, and then I'll stir halfway through, and then the popcorn will be ready to eat. This is such a simple recipe. I hope you guys enjoy.